Hey everybody, I wanted to do just a quick impromptu live. I was thinking about the experience that we've been having in Synchronicity Circle, and I've noticed a few things, and it's patterns that I've noticed over the years. Most people struggle because they notice that three things are true at once: the thing that they want, the thing that they're afraid of, and the thing that you notice everybody else expects from you. And when you put what everyone else's expectations are with your own fears together with what you want, how many times does what you want win? It is more often to see the fear win or overwhelm. It may be more often that you see other people's expectations or how they've conditioned you to behave to win, rather than actually moving forward on something that's truly important to you. And that's part of the reason the circle was developed, because it gives you a space to explore what it is that you want, how you can get there, and if what you're asking for is truly, honestly, what you're trying to achieve. Because it's based in human design, and human design is something that is meant to align you into what's best for you. It's doing its best to help you understand who you are, how you show up in the world, and how you make the best decisions. So there's less friction, more ease. You're able to move forward in a direction with what is right for you when you need it most. So, for example, think about a decision that you've been carrying for a long time, something that's just rolling around in there and you haven't been able to get to the other side of it. For some of you, that's been, I want to change my job and I'm comfortable where I am. Or for others, it's I'm in this relationship that I've been in for years and it's okay, or on the other side of it, it is not okay. It's physically and emotionally, or maybe just emotionally abusive. Regardless, you are lessened as a result of this relationship and not leading from a place that has your best interest at heart. You're not following your strategy. You're not following your authority. You're following someone else's expectations of what your relationship should be, can be, could be, all the things. So, for example, here's an example. Hi, person who joined. Let me know if we know each other in the chat. If we don't, say hi, or say hi if we do. Here's my example. So I was in an extremely abusive relationship many years ago, and it was emotionally abusive and eventually became physically abusive. So at the time, I was leaning into everyone else's expectations, and I was afraid to leave because I would have to step into something I did not know. How was I going to take care of myself? Where was I going to go? How was I going to survive? Would I find a roof over my head? Would I be able to eat? All of those basic survival things. If I left this relationship, would those exist? But I would feel better. I would be myself. And it's hard to make those decisions. Sometimes in the experience itself is extremely difficult to recognize that you're telling yourself the story of this is the safest place I can be, even when it's not, because you start thinking, and this is all computer. It runs data, it churns data, it's meant to produce information, but it doesn't align you with what's right for you. And a lot of time the world will say to you, including some of those closest to you, you should think about that first. And when they do, they've put you on the hamster wheel, and the hamster wheel doesn't help you get from point A to point B. Your body does. And depending on your authority, most of you will have an emotional authority. Some of you will have sacral authority, like me. And then there's several others. Those are the most common. That emotional authority is going to help you get to where you need to be, because emotions aren't bad. They're helping you get to what's right for you. So back to my question, think about the decision that you've had on your mind for a while, that thing that just rolls around in there and you get stuck on the hamster wheel and you haven't figured out how to move forward with it. If you look back over time, I think you might notice that question in some form or another keeps coming back, and it'll keep showing up until it's addressed or it's answered or you find your way through based on your strategy and authority to the other side of that question, because life isn't often asking us a new one. It's repeating the lesson until we learn it. So I want to encourage you to consider something like Synchronicity Circle, because people assume the circle is about me teaching human design, because it is based in human design. It's not. Human design shows up when it's useful, so I can point out some tactile things, so I can give some science behind the decision or the choice or the observation that I'm making when we're in the circle, because the room itself is where people get truly honest, and in doing so, you hear yourself, because you're not in an echo chamber. You're actually in a place with other people who are going along the same journey you are, regardless of if their strategy and authority is the same, but they're doing their best to improve who they are. They're doing their best to find an easier way through things that are hard. And when you're around other people who are doing similar things, it makes it easier for you. I do think when people start with the circle, you show up carrying a lot. Weeks, months, years of patterns, behavior, noise, other people's expectations. And it's really hard to pay attention to and hear yourself. But in taking the time to review your design, to sit with me and explore what comes up when you go through your design, and things will come up, I guarantee you. I think I've yet to have a session with human design where I don't have to reach for the tissue box. Whether or not it's used is another thing, but and I'm not doing it for trauma porn or to rehash or relive things just to make them painful. But in talking about what your design is, you can't talk about it without the context of the conditioning that you've received throughout your life. And sometimes that's tough, because the conditioning sometimes comes from people we love the most, or the people that we chose to let into our lives and love, and then realized maybe weren't the right people for us, whether now or overall. So as we start to talk through the behaviors and the conditioning, the next thing you know is we start to notice patterns. Hi, person who joined. And the patterns are what I do best. So not only do I have this bank of human design, but I am uniquely designed to observe and see patterns. And when we start to see those, then we can ask, well, what is repeating? What's draining your energy? What keeps asking for attention? And why? Hey, Princess Anna. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Pride Month. Are you out doing something for Juneteenth? Did you go to a parade or volunteer or check in on somebody who might need some attention? So that's one of the most prominent things that happens in that circle, is once we start noticing those patterns, those repetitions, the energy draining, then we can realign and refocus back to the authority, a person who joined, and that then stops focusing on what everybody else is thinking and comes back to what your process is, what your own natural experience and process is telling us, so that you can then realign in what's best for you. And it just takes talking it through, being around other people who are also trying to figure it out. May go to the DeSable Museum event and check on my Love Village Daily. That would be, you know what? I'll bet DeSable is packed today. So the thing I'd also like to share is that in that circle, before we leave, because it's the last Monday of every month, a couple things happen. One, depending on the level that you're in, if you're meeting with us in Synchronicity Circle, then you've also got access to me for 30 minutes a month where we check in just one-on-one, and you've had your human design reading, and you get a monthly forecast about what all the energy is, all the things. So you're surrounded in like a 360 support bubble of here's the energy and what's coming. Here's the one-on-one time with me to really think through patterns, behaviors, and decisions that are in front of you, like in the moment. And this conversation where other people are going through the same thing, and we get together and get to explore not only what larger themes are showing up, but we also make a decision by the end. So, and not just one, like everybody has a next step, which is one of the most important things to me, whether it's after a reading, tarot, after a human design reading, after we sit down and for our one-on-one session, including the circle, then everybody knows what to do next, because you're not left going, okay, that was useful, maybe, or that was a bunch of information, my head is full, and now I don't know what to do because no one told me actually how to work with my authority and how to align with what's right for me. No, you'll have a next step, and if it's not clear, we'll get there. I'm finally ready to meet my partner to complement my life. Yes, bring it on, princess. Make it happen. I've got a post coming out soon. I just made it this morning, showing people how to use a couples candle. So it's a pink candle, and it's got two human figures facing each other. And I showed like how to dress it with oils and herbs and salt around it and protect it, and utilize that for calling in either the best version of yourself or the companion or partner that is meant to complement your life. Because so many times people are thinking about, where's that other person for me, instead of, have I built the me that's ready for the person that I'm meant to meet. So more coming out on Instagram and probably YouTube shorts about all of that. So one other thing that I'll share is, I think the people who get the most out of Synchronicity Circle are the people who don't have it all figured out. And nobody there does. Nobody there does. So the experience of being in Synchronicity Circle is a place that's messy. It is definitely unfiltered. It is an experience that has, I believe, a space that feels safe. And I hope to create the safest space I can in Synchronicity Circle, because can we ever truly be safe? Maybe, maybe not. But I think that we can create a space that has support, warmth, understanding, guidance, all of those things. And I think those make up safe spaces. So, or at least the safest we can make them. So everybody comes in saying, here's where I'm at, here's what I'm wrestling with, here's the thing I'm trying to figure out, and here's what I don't know. And the cool thing is, on the other side of that, I keep touching this table and it shakes. The cool thing is, on the other side of that, someone just reached out to me who's a part of Synchronicity Circle and said, hey, they texted me and said, hey, I can't wait to talk to you next month, because after one of our circles, I set a reminder for myself on my phone to watch for the pattern. And I finally saw the pattern, and now I'm ready to do something about it. So it was key for them to look for patterns. Not everybody's looking for patterns, but it was key for them. And I love how you've transformed Peaceful Path to Synchronicity. I dig it. Thank you. It is an ongoing process and a labor of love. So I appreciate that. So it was really cool to have someone, and not just one, like this happens in multiple ways, but that's one good example. And it was incredible to hear that through their own newly found awareness, insight, experimentation, and empowerment, they just needed a little bit of like some outside observation and some strength from the people around them who understood what they were going through. And as a result, they had a breakthrough, and something's changing, and it's going to change for the better, and it's going to open up new pathways for them. And knowing this person, I'm so thrilled. I'm excited, and I can't wait to see what happens next. It is not unusual for me to have people come into my life and we share a moment where we get a chance to explore what that person is going through, understand more about their behaviors, patterns, even when we get to know more about their design. But as a result, they level up, they take a next step, and next thing you know, they're like, oh, all of these doors just opened. And it feels incredible to have the opportunity to work with people who are ready to do that and who are available to explore the murkiness that comes before opening that door and seeing the sun shine through. So I'm excited that this is coming. I'm excited that it's here and that we've created it. I'm excited that I get to work with individuals who are struggling now, but are finding a way through it with each other. And that has unlimited power to me, because not only is it cool to see someone grow and thrive, but it is also amazing to know that the world is forever changed, because it's not just that one person, right? They have a circle of people around them and a circle of people around all of those people. So the ripple effect, the butterfly effect, the waves that occur as a result of having a chance to have a conversation with one person in the circle blows my mind. And I am grateful for it all the time. So I do hope that this is helpful in understanding the circle. I do hope it's helpful in understanding that you don't have to be on your own. You can pay attention to what you want, and you don't have to let fear and expectation drive you, because you can lean into your strategy and your authority and find a healthy way forward. So thank you for coming to my Synchronicity random live talk about the circle. If you have questions, you can always leave me a message here. If this is helpful, give me a like, give me a follow. There's other stuff to check out about the circle in here. There's a whole bunch of videos about human design and how the circle can help you. So check them out. Let me know if you got questions. And if you're heading over to worstsynchronicity.com, there is a button about joining the circle in the menu at the top. If you're on your phone, just hit that little hamburger menu and it'll bring it down, join the circle, and it'll take you to the page where you can learn more about it. And if you have questions after all this, just drop, I don't know if I already said this, just drop them in the comments. All right, I am going to jump off because I need to get ready for Yusuf, who's coming in to join me. If you all haven't met Yusuf, he works here and is extremely helpful on Friday afternoons. So if you need someone else to talk to besides this face, come say hi to Yusuf. He's here tonight from like 3:30 to 8:30. I'll be in some readings and doing a tarot class, so I'll be a little occupied for the rest of the evening. But if you're coming in, say hi. I'll see y'all soon. Thanks for being here, Princess. I'll see you later.